The middle of the field between the hash marks has had a regrowing process done here recently. From the checkered board end zone to our left, all the way down to the 30-yard line to our right, they have had to regrow with the help of some lamps that were flown in from the Netherlands to take care of an area of the field that just would not grow grass terribly well. So you can see from our seat here high above the crowd and above the field, you can see a lighter colored grass around it, a lot of darker grass that had not had any problem growing.
Even the grass is in the true freshman category tonight, Eli.
It is. Evan Berry is deep to the near side. Malik Foreman is deep to the far side. Here's the kick by Adam Griffith from the right to the left, and it's going to be taken by Berry. He'll come to the 10. He's to the 15, finds a seam, comes to the 20, cuts back inside traffic, and is out to the 35-yard line. So a bit more of a return than the Tide was hoping for. Reggie Ragland was the man who finally put things away on special teams for Alabama.
Well, Bama's got to be ready for the up-tempo. Everything Tennessee does is at the line of scrimmage. They'll come straight from the sideline to the football, and from that point forward, they take all of their directions from the coaches and extra players from the bench area.
So the ball at the Crimson Tide 33 officially, as Berry returned it there. Jalen Hurd is the tailback. Now he shifts out of the pistol. Doesn't go to the edge. Now he does. Gets the corner and turns it upfield and gets a first down run out across the 45. Trade to Priest. Finally there to make the stop as the Volunteers come back to the line of scrimmage in a giant hurry here. So they went left, turned the corner as they gained the edge. Now, with Peterman getting the snap. Fake the inside give, and the screen goes left. It's taken by Marquez North. He'll go out across the sideline, out across midfield to the Bama 47-yard line. So very quickly they're working after that 12-yard gain. Daniel Helm now in the lineup at tight end. On a 2nd down and 2. Shotgun once more for the quarterback. He looks right, stares at the sideline. Now squares, gets the snap chest high, hands it off inside to Jalen Hurd, who'll spin forward for a first down to the Alabama 42-yard line. Jaron Reed was there to make the stop.
Well, Eli, this is a tempo offense, and they pair runs with passes. In other words, they'll fake or give one way and then throw it the other, and that's exactly what they've done in these first few snaps of this game.
2 wides to the right, 1 to the left. There's a man slot right. Here's the snap. It's thrown, tipped in the air by Alabama, knocked away, incomplete. Jarek Williams got himself in between the ball and any Volunteer, and he knocked it away as he jumped high to break it up. It'll be the second pass he has broken up this season.
Yeah, Jarek Williams coming with pressure from his nickel corner position, that inside slot defensive spot, and he got his hands up and knocked that ball away.
Marlon Lane now in at running back to the right side of his quarterback. The snap actually comes directly to Jalen Hurd. Hurd back in the quarterback spot, gets the snap, rolls laterally right, but Landon Collins stayed right with him, and he'll shove him out of bounds at the 38-yard line. So the play will pick up 3, but they went with the direct Wildcat snap to Jalen Hurd, the true freshman out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. Now North and Malone wide left along with Pig Howard. They're triangled out to the far side. Bama defense reacts quickly. Shotgun snap. Quarterback looks left. Under pressure. Down he goes. Sack number 1 of the ball game. That was Xavier Dixon coming in. It is going to be his 7th sack of the season. And that's been one of the stories. Justin Worley, the quarterback who was injured, had been sacked 29 times and pressured 54 times. And that's been one of the Achilles for the Volunteers this season.
Well, out of 125 teams in the FBS, they were ranked 123rd in the country in sacks allowed. 30 coming in, now 31.
Matt Darr getting set to punt it away. He'll put leg to it and boot it away. Cyrus Jones watches it go over his head into the orange and white checkerboarded end zone, and a touchback. A 46-yard punt for Matt Darr, who is averaging 41.8 yards per punt. So the Crimson Tide will be going to work. 1st and 10 now after that touchback from the 20-yard line.
Well, Nick Saban didn't get a 3 and out, but he got a defensive stop.
Yep.
Now his team takes over, 80 yards of real estate in front of him. Let's see if Lane Kiffin comes out throwing the football laterally like he did a week ago, or does he come out and go straight at the teeth of this front seven of Tennessee?
Alabama missing a player. Now belatedly, Chris Black comes onto the field. Ryan Kelly is at center. Austin Shepard at the right tackle. Here's Sims faking the pitch, rolls right, finds Cooper. Amari big gainer down the right side. He's going to go. He's beating everybody. That's going to go for a touchdown. Amari Cooper, 80 yards with a great block by the man who was late coming on the field, Chris Black. Touchdown, Alabama. Remember when Alabama was beaten on a play like that years ago? Well, take that. 80 yards, first play. Bama's on top 6-0. My goodness. A beauty.
Well, Alabama opens with a bootleg with Blake Sims, and it's got of the backdoor variety with Amari Cooper coming from behind the line of scrimmage, slipping into the flat. Alabama's blockers did a tremendous job downfield. He did the rest. 80 yards later, Alabama on top after the first play from the line of scrimmage for the Tide.
And now flags come flying before the snap.
Offense, number 50, 5-yard penalty. Remains on the try.
So they tack on 5 yards. Alphonse Taylor a little guilty for jumping right there. And by the way, for Amari Cooper, that was a significant gain. He is now number 2 in receiving yards all time, bypassing Julio Jones with that. And now the kick is no good. The kick is no good. The kick by Adam Griffith is the first extra point that he has missed this season.
And Eli, you pointed out the grass in the middle of the field. It extends from the goal line to our left all the way to the 30-yard line to our right. Alabama warmed up on the good end of the field. So that's the first time he's kicked on this mushy grass, and it very well may have impacted his toe to the football there.
Now to the Alabama Power scoreboard, Tom Roberts.
2.5 minutes into the first quarter at Auburn. It's South Carolina leading the Tigers 7-0.
Okay, so we'll keep you updated on that one, certainly. And now the Tide getting set to kick it away. Again, Malik Foreman across the way. Evan Berry to the near side. The kick will be going right to left. The last one was returned 33 yards, you'll remember. This one goes towards Malik Foreman. He'll take it and stay. He'll hit the knee a yard deep, maybe 2 yards deep in the end zone, and he will take that touchback. We were just noticing up here, and I don't know if that's the reason why, but we've seen a few players slip already today between in that area where the new grass has been planted. Even the cheerleader for Tennessee, the one who was walking with Smokey, the blue tick hound. Unless Smokey left something behind, the cheerleader slipped on something right in that same general area. Don't you love it? Jalen Hurd is the tailback behind his quarterback, Nathan Peterman. Bama leads 6-0. Man in motion, comes to the near side slot. Shotgun snap. Quarterback keeps it, looks and goes, and throws out to nobody. Everybody curled in. I guess he was looking to Jason Kroom. He curled in. The ball went the other way, and there was an incomplete forward
Again,
pass.
that's one of those paired runs versus a pass. He rides the running back, Jalen Hurd, pull the ball, and then runs a sprint pass to this near boundary. This is all pre-designed in this Butch Jones offense that he brought from the University of Cincinnati.
Jonathan Allen leaves on a 2nd down and 10. Here now the inside give. It's Jalen Hurd, comes free to the near side, gets out across the 30 to the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 6.5, nearly 7, before Landon Collins makes the stop. It'll be the second third down opportunity of the day for the Volunteers. They are 0 of 1, 37% on the season. If you're just joining us, Bama scored on their first play. Second time this year they've done that. Remember, the Tide scored on the first play against Florida. Here now is a 3rd and 3 from their own 32. Hurd goes in motion to the left. They throw it to him. He'll make the grab, gets a block on the corner, and he's run out of bounds right at the chains, right at the yard line to get. It's going to be a little bit short by inches, I would believe. Again, we have a rather awkward angle. We're down around the 25-yard line and high in the air, but it is going to be short.
Well, that was a terrific play by Cyrus Jones, who was able to disengage from the wide receiver that was trying to block him, get off and make a tackle, and Tennessee now forced to punt from their own end of the field.
It'll be 4th and inches. Matt Darr comes in. Cyrus Jones goes deep. He had a 46-yard punt earlier for a touchback. The snap from Matt Giampapa, and it's booted away. Cyrus says fair catch. He'll make the grab at his own 21-yard line, and the Tide, after a 44-yard punt, will get the football back. 6-0, the Tide's on top early here in Knoxville. All right, 1st and 10, Bama from their own 20. T.J. Yeldon is the tailback. He'll shift into the slot right. Sims straight drop, has time, looks, throws off the mark, leading Yeldon too far at the 35-yard line on a slant in off the far numbers. If he had caught that, he was gone, folks. I got news for you.
Well, Alabama does some interesting things formationally. They were in regular personnel, meaning two running back, fullback, 2 tight ends actually, and 1 receiver. They spread out across the field with T.J. Yeldon as a wide receiver matched up on a linebacker. Blake Sims misfires from the pocket.
The tight end, Brian Vogler, checks out. Brandon Green is in at the left side of the line. Gets the blocking information from Cam Robinson, who yells into his right ear hole. Here's the give, Yeldon. He'll go right side, get bumped out of bounds after a pickup of 3. Couldn't quite get to the edge before Justin Coleman came up and knocked him out of bounds. It'll be a 3rd down upcoming for Alabama. Their first 3rd down play of the day. They are 53% on the season. That's 53 of 100 coming in.
Well, this is an excellent battle here because Alabama's 5th in the country at 53%. The Vols 8th in defensive 3rd downs at 28%. Something's got to give here at 3rd and 7.
2 wides to the right, 2 to the left. Sims against the din of the crowd, using his hands to help audible. A running back to his left. Sims with time, throws wide open, 1st down. Bama caught by Cooper at the 37-yard line, and again a 1st down for the Alabama Crimson Tide, and he was wide open.
Well, give Alabama's offensive line credit there. They set up a perfect pocket for Blake Sims to step up, and with that 6-foot frame, he was able to deliver a strike to Amari Cooper.
O.J. Howard now joins the activity as Sims quickly throws down low. Black had it and dropped it as he was hit at the 45-yard line. It was a low throw, but Chris Black had it. Justin Coleman then came along and dislodged football from receiver.
A low slant throw to Chris Black. He'd probably tell you he should have caught it, but again, Bama looking for great throws and average catches, not average throws and great catches.
Brian Vogler checks into the lineup. Cam Sims and Ardarius Stewart also in. They'll come to the near side. Bama in the eye. Jalston Fowler ahead of Yeldon. Here's a 2nd down play. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Here's the toss near side. Yeldon comes left, cuts back, bounces off his own teammate, spins away from a couple of men, and is finally gang tackled and forced all the way back. They'll give him forward progress out to the 43.5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 6, setting up a 3rd down and 4 for Alabama.
Yeah, Bama's putting all the game pieces on the board right now. They've bootleg to the right. They've tossed sweep to the left. They've thrown balls to the inside. Maybe this is a time for a shot to the outside.
Bama 1 of 1 in 3rd down conversions. And now flag on the play. 12 men on the field.
13-men in formation.
13 men.
12 men in formation.
There you go.
5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
I counted 12. He said 13, and then Matt Moore corrected himself.
Well,
Chris Black and Jalston Fowler got crossed up on substitution there.
Yeah, whether it's 12 or a baker's dozen of 13, It's the same penalty, so Bama backs it up 5 now, facing a 3rd and 9.
9:29 remaining in the opening quarter. Bama leads 6-0. Cooper and Black wide to the far side. A tight end and a wide out, DeAndrew White to the near side. Sims in the shotgun, Yeldon to his left. Blake has time, loads up, throws. Cooper, first down grab. He's got more as he's forward and slipping to the 40-yard line. And you hear the Bama fans, they're the ones yelling, "Coop," after a pickup of 21 on the play. Michael Williams, the nickelback, was the man who was finally able to put him down.
And Bama's taking that slot receiver, running him up the seam, and Coop's coming underneath it. Excellent throw by Blake Sims.
Sims again, fakes the throw, goes over top of the defense, finds Amari Cooper. He's got it again. Touchdown, Alabama. A beautiful fake. He pulled it back. Cameron Sutton bit on that fake, opening up Cooper all alone down the left side for a touchdown.
Well, Eli, we just talked about Alabama had thrown some interior passes, and now there goes one to the outside with Amari Cooper. Gets behind this Tennessee Volunteer secondary, and right now Bama leads 12-0. But in Lane Kiffin's mind, he's got 2 6-pointers under his belt.
Now the extra point. This one is up and good by Adam Griffith after missing earlier. A 41-yarder. Sims to Cooper. I mean, we're getting already 4 catches, 155 yards. We might just get to those numbers sometime here in the first quarter.
Well, he's a remarkable talent, Amari Cooper. He's got the skill set, hands, feet, quickness, acceleration, burst. He's the complete package, and he deserves to be Alabama's all-time leading receiver, and he will get there soon enough.
Now Malik Foreman and Evan Berry are deep. This time Foreman is to the near side, Berry to the far. It's a good kick deep in the end zone, and a touchback is called there. Let's pause 10 seconds now for station identification. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. Glad you're with us on a beautiful low 60-degree night here in Knoxville. Temperature's supposed to drop into the 50s. And now we go into the third series, and we do see another quarterback, as predicted. Joshua Dobbs is now in. Remember, he's a running quarterback as opposed to Peterman, who is running but more so a passer. Jalen Hurd in motion. He'll throw it out to Hurd near side, makes the completion, spins around at the 35-yard line, and is forced out of bounds there.
Well, they take Jalen Hurd and run him in motion laterally from his tailback position, throw a bubble pass to him, and I tell you, Landon Collins made a touchdown-saving tackle there.
11 yards on the pickup, a first down for the Vols. It'll be a 1st and 10 for them from the 35-yard line. Here, Joshua Dobbs, the sophomore from Alpharetta, Georgia, looks to the sidelines, gets the signal, comes up to the line of scrimmage and audibles. Marlon Lane is now in at running back spot. Man in motion comes across. It's the handoff into the near side. They try to turn the corner. Jalen Hurd, who was lined up in the split left, finally did turn the corner. But again, Bama right there to force him out after a gain of a yard. Ryan Anderson and Eddie Jackson combining on that stop. 8:19 to go. Opening quarter, 13-0 Alabama. The Tide scoring on an 80-yard play and a 79-yard drive. On a 2nd down and 8 play. Shotgun Dobbs. He'll move his running back Lane to his right. Play action to him, and a throw is caught across the midfield stripe and dropped. For a moment, Ethan Wolf, the tight end, had it. He was then disrupted by Bama. Reggie Ragland and others were there, and the ball fell out of the grasp of Ethan Wood, the tight end.
Well, they get you going laterally with all the lateral type throws and runs, and then they play action fake and try to throw a little pop pass to the tight end, Ethan Wolf, unable to hang on.
They bring in another tight end, Daniel Helm. The Vols, nothing of 2 and 3rd down conversion tries. Here's a 3rd and 9 from their own 36-yard line. The snap is into the shotgun, Joshua Dobbs. It's waist high. Pressure, he'll run. He's into the arms of Trey DePriest, tries to get away, fights his way across the 40 to the 41. Then Ryan Anderson comes along with Geno Smith and others to hold him short of the first down. That is what the quarterback Joshua Dobbs brings to the table. Landon Collins also shot right up the middle, Phil, to help force the issue there.
Well, Joshua Dobbs, a young quarterback, he dropped his eyes as soon as he saw pressure from the Alabama front line, tried to run for it to no avail. He comes up short. Now Tennessee forced to punt for a third consecutive time.
We've seen a 46-yarder and a 45-yarder by Matt Darr. Here's the snap. Cyrus Jones waits. A high spiraling punt. Cyrus says fair catch at the 10-yard line, and that's where Bama will start on this 90-yard scoring try. And there's some pushing and shoving away from the play, and a flag on the play. The retaliatory move was on the Vols, shoving Sean Dean Hamilton down, though there was initial contact between him and a volunteer. The flag didn't come until the retaliatory shove that moved Sean Deon Hamilton off the spot. We'll wait and see what Matt Moore calls, but how often do you see that where they miss the first and then call the secondary hit? I don't know if that's what's going to happen here, but that's when the flag came out. The flag was thrown over at the 27-yard line, Bama's own, across the way near the numbers. The officials still huddled up and talking it over. Matt Moore, the referee from Columbia, Missouri, making sure his crew gets it right. And they're still meeting. It looked to be an innocent, I shove you, you shove me back. But it obviously must be more than that, because they're still talking. Three officials still in a powwow at the 27-yard line of Alabama. Nick Saban looked on. He had his arms outstretched as though what's going on. Butch Jones had the same look. Nick Saban comes walking out even closer to the officials now. Holds his arm up, says, come on, let's go. Then he crosses his arms. And the officials are still talking. Again, it looked to me, and I'm far from the play, it looked like this guy pushed him, this guy pushed him. Offsetting pushes and be done with it. But the officials must have seen something in there that I did not. Here finally, Matt Moore to tell us what's gone on.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul on the kicking team, 15-yard penalty, first down.
They got the retaliatory hit on Sean Deon Hamilton, who was put down by a Tennessee player after both of them had bumped just seconds earlier. All right, here we go. Alabama going to work, 1st and 10, leading 13-0. We're still in the first quarter, 7:12 remaining. Jalston Fowler is in the offset eye. Yeldon is the tailback. Wideouts either way. Cooper to the near side. DeAndrew White to the far. Sims now audibles. Play clock down to 2-1. Can they get it off? Yes, they do. Here's the handoff. Yeldon, left side, tries to break a tackle. Can only get a yard out of the exchange as he goes from the 25 to the 26. A.J. Johnson and Derek Barnett were there. Johnson, as we'll be mentioning, I'm sure, many times tonight, the first man for the Vols on the scene.
Yeah, Bama not able to hold their blocks from the backside there, and the penetration was allowed, and T.J. Yeldon only picks up a yard and a half.
Now Jalston Fowler splits wide right. Two wides are out there, including Fowler, one to the left. Here's the give. Yeldon, nice blocking inside. He'll peel off the block of Ryan Kelly and get a first down out across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Nice to see Ryan Kelly back out there, not only for calling the signals, but it was his block that sprung that 15-yard pickup by Yeldon.
Well, you can just sense TJ feels like he's got a long run in him tonight, and maybe he'll get one.
Now the quick throw. Sims near side, DeAndrew White. He'll make the grab and go from the 40 out to the 48-yard line. A pickup of 8 on the play. It'll be a second down and a couple. Kurt Majit, the strong side linebacker, rotated out to make the stop for the Volunteers.
Well, these defenses have their hands full trying to keep track of Amari Cooper and T.J. Yeldon. Then you just flip it out there to DeAndrew White. He picks up 8 yards.
Bama with big guys on the right side, including Brian Vogler and Jalston Fowler. He'll throw it out there to DeAndrew White. Nice block. Vogler opens on the right sideline for DeAndrew. He'll come across the 40 down to the 35 and a first down to the 34-yard line. Fowler with a nice block upfield. Vogler at the scene of the reception and a 17-yard pickup for DeAndrew White.
When Brian Vogler and Jalston Fowler are on the field together, it forces the defenses to be in regular people, so they have to walk linebackers out in space. They get blocked, and DeAndrew White does the rest for the first down.
Now with Derrick Henry in the lineup, 1st and 10 Bama from the Volunteer 35. The Tide leads 13-0. 5 minutes to go, opening period. Henry up the middle. He'll get a couple of yards going straight up the pipe. Derek Barnett, the defensive end on the right side, there to make the tackle for Tennessee. Derrick Henry, averaging 5.2 yards per carry. Coming in with 3 touchdowns on the ground. 2 wides left, 1 to the right. Here's Sims with pressure. Escapes the man, throws a BB, and it's caught at the goal line and rolled back to the 1. Amari Cooper, my goodness, caught the ball at the goal line, had to roll back with it to the 1-yard line. It was on the ground, basically, and a 30-yard gorgeous grab by Amari. Throw me the ball, Cooper.
Well, Amari was way behind the Tennessee defense, and because of the immediate pressure in Blake Sims' face, he had to move off the spot, and he couldn't get enough on it. Alabama comes up short of the touchdown, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
From the 1, Derrick Henry, they stunt right up the middle and get him for a loss. Back to the 5. Brian Randolph, the strong safety, Chris, came up the gap.
He did indeed. Amari Cooper came off the field. He's fine. They're just trying to get about 2.5 square yards of sod out of his face mask right now, then he should be fine.
Again, that's that soft area of sod, and he caught it low and then had to roll back towards the 1, and no doubt picked up a couple of divots in the process. It'll be a 2nd and goal, Bama, officially from the 4, heading towards the end zone to our left. 4:14 remaining in the period. This is the 8th play of the drive. Play clock at 4, 3, 2, timeout Alabama. The Tide was not going to get it in time. And timeout called
Alabama.
by Alabama. Nobody looks forward to the Alabama-Tennessee game more, I think, than Tom Roberts. We all do. It's a big game. But, Tom, you take your fandom to another level.
Oh, really?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. All right, T.J. Yeldon is in now for the Tide and running back. 4 minutes, 4 seconds. That's 4 minutes, 4 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Puberty is tough, man, I'm telling you. Bama leads 13-0. On a 2nd and goal from the 4, heading towards the checkerboard end zone to our left. Sims under his center. Gives it off Yeldon. Dancing through traffic. Gets leveled at the goal line. Does he get across? They're going to have to unpile bodies. I quite honestly lost sight. It'll be at the goal line, but not in. When all the bodies came in, it was covered up, so it'll be at the goal line. Bama 2 of 2 in 3rd down conversions tonight.
And Bama going to go with that heavy unit of pachyderms. Brian Vogler and Brandon Green. All those guys disguised as tight ends that are really offensive tackles.
Of course, Jalston Fowler is in. He's in the slot left. Yeldon is the running back. Fowler goes to the eye. Handoff. Yeldon kicks outside. Flag on the play as he crossed the goal line for the touchdown. But again, there was a flag on the play as TJ peeled off Jalston Fowler. I believe Tennessee is going to be offside. If so, it's a touchdown for the good guys.
Offside. Number 9.
There you go. Touchdown, Alabama.
Touchdown.
Derek Barnett jumping on that one, and a 1-yard touchdown run for T.J. Yeldon.
Well, Bama packed it in with that heavy goal line package, and T.J. Yeldon actually bounced that run to the outside. An easy walk-in touchdown, and Alabama about to go on top, 20-0.
Adam Griffith to attempt the extra point. Cole Mazza snaps it. And the hold by Cooper Bateman up and good. And the Crimson Tide on top now by a score of 20-0. Evan Barry and Malik Foreman are again the deep men. Barry across the way. Malik Foreman to the near side. Adam Griffith getting set to punt it away. We have seen touchbacks from him tonight. The kick right to left. That'll be a shorter one. It is end under end. Evan Barry from the 6. Angles right between the hash marks. Gets tripped up as he goes. And finally crashes to terra firma at the 24-yard line. Alabama getting Dylan Lee in on special teams to make that tackle. And the Vols, let's see who they're going to have at quarterback now.
Well, they've burned the red shirt, barring injury, on Joshua Dobbs, and I think he's going to be the quarterback from the rest of tonight and through the remainder of the season. They've got to start building for the future at this position.
He is a sophomore, and he is in. He'll work out of the shotgun. Running back Marlon Lane to his left. Man in motion, they fake the give. Quarterback keeps it into the linebacker. Reggie Ragland takes him down right up the middle as he gets out to the 27-yard line. Jonathan Allen helped back up the play. It'll be a second down upcoming, 2nd and 6. Maybe the 2nd and 5. That's where they'll spot it for the Volunteers.
Yeah, that's that zone read where, again, he has the option to give it or keep it himself, and Joshua Dobbs followed his blockers up inside for 5 yards.
20-0 Bama, 2:38 remaining, opening quarter. Man in motion again. Quarterback keeps it, takes it out of his chest, throws, caught by Alex Alessel on the near side, and Ellis gets down for a first down inside Bama territory to the 48-yard line. It'll be only the 2nd reception of the year for a man who's been in the program 4 years, and it's his 25-yard pickup, the longest of his career.
Yeah, a little play action fake there, and Ellis came out and faked a stalk block and then slipped behind the Alabama defender. Nice throw and catch by Joshua Dobbs.
Now the quarterback takes the straight drop, loads up near side, throws into coverage. It's incomplete at the 3. Josh Malone, the intended receiver. Nick Perry, the free safety, was with him there. Fans thought there was unnecessary contact. They need to be reminded this is not the NFL, where they throw that flag virtually on every play this year, and it was a nice, good bit of coverage by Nick Perry.
Yeah, Nick Perry, that's a tough assignment for him on a true wide receiver out in space. He did a nice job of running stride for stride with Pearson.
Now Eddie Jackson along the near side and man-to-man. As the Vols throw the screen onto the left side, Jalen Hurd turns the corner, gets to the 45-yard line, picks up a couple on the play. It'll be a 3rd down and 8 for the Vols with a 1:59.
Well, I think depending upon what happens here in terms of the result of this play will determine whether they're in 4-down territory or not. But down 20, you got to think that if they can get even close to a first down, they would go for it here on 4th down.
They are nothing of 3 in 3rd down conversions. Shotgun snap, Dobbs holds it, throws out on the out route to the 30. It's incomplete because Dobbs was given a seat by the Crimson Tide. Bama's defense has really been penetrating, as we knew they would, against a very porous offensive line. And that time, Jonathan Allen, among others, came calling through.
Yeah, with no positive yardage whatsoever, 4th and 8. Butch Jones going to punt this ball away. He knows his defense is in harm's way. They've given up touchdown plays and drives of 80, 79, and 75. He's going to try to make Alabama go the length of the field again.
Averaging 45 yards a punt is Matt Darr. He'll boot it away. Cyrus Jones is deep. Watches this helicoptering kind of ball hit at the 10, bounce, and get downed by the Volunteers right there. It died at the 10-yard line. A 36-yard punt, and the Crimson Tide now having to start to score on a 90-yard drive. But it's been that kind of a night. Just joining us, an 80-yard pass. Blake Sims to Amari Cooper made it 6-0 after the extra point was no good. And a 41-yard Sims to Cooper pass made it 13-0. And a 1-yard run by T.J. Yeldon making it 20-0. And we've still got 90 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Derrick Henry is the tailback. Bama has receivers either way. One to the right. Cooper. One to the left, DeAndrew White, who goes in motion. Here now, the give. Henry powers it up the middle. Gets out across the 10 to the 12. Jordan Williams there to make the stop, the defensive tackle on that side.
Well, at their own 10-yard line, Bama put Brandon Green, the tight end, number 89, in, along with Jostin Fowler, who aligned himself as an on-the-line tight end as well. And they're going to try to drive this football off on the ground, but now Blake Sims dropping in to the shotgun.
1 minute remaining in the quarter. Bama leads 20-0. Henry to his right, wideouts either way. Here's the give, Derrick Henry. He's into the secondary, rumbling as he goes for a first down out to the 24-yard line. Cam Robinson and Ryan Kelly opened the hole on a 12-yard pickup for a first down, Alabama.
Well, as long as you cannot see number 27's jersey running east and west, you're okay defensively. But once he turns north and south and you get an eyeful of the 2 and the 7, you better look out because you're running for cover when he gets going downhill.
Alabama now with Jostin Fowler uncovered in the right side, but they come left. Here's DeAndrew White. It's over his head at the 45-yard line. Incomplete. The Volunteers were in total disarray. Jostin Fowler was wide open, aligned on the right side. Nobody had picked him up, but the play call was coming left to DeAndrew White, incomplete.
Well, Bama, again, has threatened the field horizontally, and they've also threatened it vertically tonight. They've got these Volunteers scattered out there at Shields-Watkins Field, and Alabama owning most of this property here tonight.
So far, they've gotten them scattered and smothered. We'll see whether chunked and covered can be upcoming before the night is done. Here now the snap into the shotgun. Sims throws it behind Derrick Henry, who was in the formation and circling out on the left side to the 30-yard line. Would have been his third reception of the year, but it was well behind him. But Henry was open. The Vols not expecting that call.
Yeah, that was a miscommunication there. Derrick Henry had not turned back for the football as he went down the near boundary on a wheel route. Blake Sims throws it off of his back shoulder, but just a miscommunication there.
So now Bama, the Tide 3 of 3 in third down conversions tonight, looking at a 3rd and 10 from their own 24. 3 wides to the right, 1 to the left. Sims in the shotgun has Yeldon to his right. Sims quick release off the hands of a defensive back. That was Cameron Sutton who tried to pick it off from Amari Cooper, and it falls off Sutton's hands, incomplete. And he just cradles his head in his hands. Cameron Sutton thought he had his 4th interception of the year.
Yeah, Tennessee decided to play coverage there. They rushed 3 down linemen, dropped off 8 defenders. Amari Cooper trying to run a hook route right at the sticks, and it's knocked away.
Now the punt. J.K. Scott averaging 47.3. Cameron Sutton has it, loses it, and they fall back on top of it. The Vols do at the 12-yard line. A 61-yard punt. Michael Williams will be the man who covered up the football after Cameron Sutton bobbled it. And the Vols will go 1st and 10 from their own 12 with 7 seconds remaining in the opening quarter.
J.K. Scott doesn't oftentimes get a chance with an open field to really launch one, and he rocketed that baby 61 yards in the air. Tennessee was fortunate to get back on that football. Now they're inside their own 15 here to start this 4th drive for the Vols.
His long punt of the year, 64 yards against Ole Miss. Dobbs in the shotgun. 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Bama creeps the defense up. Quarterback keeper. He gets tripped up as he goes left and stumbles and bumbles out to the 15-yard line. A gain of 3 as the first quarter comes to a close. 1 period in the books, and what a period of football it's been for Alabama. The Tide all over the Volunteers. Bama 20, Tennessee no score. Alabama 253 and Tennessee 81. Bama's been penalized twice for a loss of 10 yards. 1 penalty for the Vols for 15. The Tide 3 of 4 in third down conversions. The Volunteers are nothing of 4. No points off turnovers. Time of possession, Alabama 7:45. Tennessee 7 minutes and 15 seconds. So that's how things stack up through 15 minutes of play with the Tide on top, 20-0.
Blake Sims on pace for an 840-yard night of passing. You think we'll get there, Eli? I mean, 210 yards.
I got nothing wrong with it. I got nothing wrong with it.
What a start for number 6. And, of course, the guy doing most of the damage, Amari Cooper.
Yep. All right, the Volunteers now with a 2nd down and 8, starting from their own 13. Marlon Lane gets the handoff and goes out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Brings up a 3rd down and 5 for Tennessee. Vols in all orange tonight. The orange jerseys over the orange pants. Bama, of course, in the familiar and traditional road whites with the crimson numerals and trim. The Vols, nothing of 4 in 3rd down conversions. Here's a 3rd and 5 from their own 16. Quarterback keeper, he's got running room. He's tripped up by Trey DePriest, but he can't put him down. Dobbs is in the secondary. Dobbs then tripped up at midfield by Alabama, but big running there before Jarek Williams put him down. A gainer out to the 47-yard line. 30 yards on the scamper for Joshua Dobbs. And Trey DePriest was that close to putting him down.
Yeah, that was a design draw with the lead blocker, and Trey DePriest assigned to the quarterback. He comes up empty, and Dobbs runs for the 1st down.
From their 47-yard line, Dobbs brings a man in motion, but there's a whistle after he faked the football on the handoff. Somebody moved.
Low start. Offense, 63. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
Brett Kendrick, the left tackle, caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
It's got to be so frustrating for Coach Butch Jones. You know, you make 2 steps forward and then you take a step back. And that's the way it's been for this Volunteer program here, especially over the last 2 years as he's tried to rebuild this team.
Pearson and North are split wide right. 1st and 15 from the 42. Here's the give. Jalen Hurd goes right. Nobody there. That was a busted play of sorts. And he comes back to the action and gets snowed under, losing a couple of yards more back to the 40. Something was weird there. Hurd took off to the right, stopped, and like he said, oh gosh, nobody's here. And he came back right into the teeth of the Alabama defense.
It was as if he knew, wait a minute, I'm not supposed to be out here. I better get back inside. And, of course, by that time, the blocking had broken down, so now they face long yardage at 2nd and 17.
2nd and 17 from their own 40-yard line. 2 wides to the left, 1 to the right. The quarterback will audible. Dobbs comes up, yells instructions at his offensive line. 5 on the play clock. 4, 3. Gets the snap away. Dobbs backpedals to the 30. Dances away from 1 man. Dances away from 2. Winds around. Loses the ball and a hard helmet hit. Picked up by Alabama down the left side. It's carried by Eddie Jackson down the other way after Reggie Ragland put his helmet on the football. Popped it loose. It was picked up by Eddie Jackson. And again, the ball is down to the 18-yard line, but there's a flag on the play. What a hit by Reggie Ragland, man. He laid helmet on pigskin, and that baby came popping loose all the way to the upper deck. Now let's listen to the call.
On the field is a fumble recovered by Alabama. After the play, dead ball personal foul, number 90 of Alabama, 15 yards from the end of the run, 1st and 10.
Jaron Reed apparently guilty of a personal foul, but it will be Alabama ball after Reggie Ragland knocks the ball loose.
Well, that was a dictionary-level form tackle.
It was.
Right there with the shoulder, the headgear on the football. As you said, that football was ejected from the arms of Joshua Dobbs. Eddie Jackson picks it up. Unfortunately, Jaron Reed picks up the personal foul at the end of this play. But nevertheless, Bama now inside the 35-yard line of these Tennessee Vols.
It would be a paltry 34-yard scoring drive, but we'd take it in light of the way this night has gone. The Bama scoring on huge plays and huge drives. Let's see what happens. From the 34, 1st and 10. Sims, shotgun snap, looks, fires near side, nobody home, only the defender was close, and it falls incomplete at the 3-yard line along the near side. Brian Randolph was there with Amari Cooper. Not one of Sims' best throws, as it was well off the mark along the near side.
Yeah, Amari Cooper tried to run the post corner and T.J. Yeldon slipped out of the backfield, was in the flat, but Blake Sims opted for the deeper option. Incomplete, now sets up this 2nd and 10.
12:42 remaining in the half. Bama leads 20-0. 2nd and 10 from the 34 of the Volunteers. Single setback to the left of the quarterback. Handoff, T.J. Yeldon up the middle, gets inside the 30, 29-28. Give him 6 yards on the play. It'll be a 3rd down and a couple, maybe 3 upcoming. Jalen Reeves-Mabum was up to make the tackle. First time we've called his name tonight, and it was on a running play.
And again, it's such a difficult matchup when Brian Vogler at 6'5", 255 goes stationing as a wide receiver with Amari Cooper inside of him. Tennessee has nobody that can match up with number 9.
3 wides right, 1 left. Faking the give and the keeper by Sims. He's in the secondary. He turns on the Jets. He bounces off a defender. He's going to go up the middle. Touchdown! Touchdown! Blake Sims, 28 yards. What a beauty! Had he bounced off the final defender like that silver ball inside a pinball machine and just kept on trucking for the 6 points.
Well, that pinball found the checkered end zone of the Tennessee Vols, and Blake Sims does the damage again with his legs. A basic zone read. He saw the daylight. He burst forward for it, and Alabama goes on top now, 26-0.
Extra point try. Adam Griffith up and good. Well, take that. Every way you can do it. The Tide is doing it tonight. Picking up where they left off against Texas A&M. Bama on top 27-0 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports.
Nick Saban's going to get a reputation with all this explosive offensive play. This 86 points in 78 minutes, that reminds me of the point-a-minute offenses of Fielding Yost back in Tom Roberts' college days at the University of Michigan. But Alabama, 86 points in 78 minutes. They're on quite a run, and this road show will travel.
I remember those days when Tom and Marconi used to sit together around that original radio and tune in for broadcasts. It must have been something special. Here's the kickoff now from Alabama. Evan Berry from the 4. Slants to his right at the 10. Tripped up as he goes forward. That will be a nice play by the Crimson Tide special teams. Give the credit that time to Rashaan Evans, who got a trip out on the quarterback. By the way, you know, we've not seen any of Reuben Foster, and you heard the coach on the pregame show say he might not play tonight, bothered by some stingers and odds and ends. He was the first guy to embrace Reggie Ragland when Reggie popped that football loose in the quarterback before. First guy to embrace him was Reuben Foster, the sophomore from Auburn, Alabama. Jason Kroom goes wide right. There are 2 wides to the left. Vols starting this series 1st and 10 from their own 16. Bama leads 20-0. That's 27 is plenty. Handoff inside, nothing there. Looking for running room. The Volunteers went that time, but found nothing. They're going deep in their depth chart as the quarterback, Dobbs, looked to hand it off either way, but could not. So a 2nd down and 10. 2 wides to the right, 2 to the left. This time a handoff, slow developing play. Jalen Hurd gets to the corner, turns it, and he's out to the 25-yard line before he's shoved out of bounds. Xavier Dixon and others there to help make the play. It'll be a gain out to the 24, so it'll be a 3rd down and a couple. They are 1 of 5 in 3rd down conversions, the Volunteers are.
They came into this game 94th in the country in that category at 37.1%. Alabama has been stingy defensively with the Vols, but this is the first short yardage 3rd down that they faced tonight.
3 wides left. Kroom is wide right. They'll send the tight end Ellis in motion to the right of the formation. Play clock to 3. Here's the inside handoff. Hurd, he's needing just 1.5 yards, and I believe he'll get it on a plunge before Nick Perry stops him, but it'll be enough for the 1st down for Tennessee's Volunteers. Vic Wharton now checking into the lineup for Tennessee. Going even deeper in the depth chart. Darrell Scott is in. Wharton, Evan Berry, guys who are not on the preliminary depth chart, all getting in now because of injuries to Devin Young, to Josh Smith, and others. 1st and 10 Vols from their own 26. Dobbs throws right flat. Bama defense converging. Jalen Hurd covered up by Ryan Anderson and teammates with a loss on the play back to the 21-yard line. A loss of 5. Nicely covered there on that quick screen on the outside right.
Yeah, they've had some success with that quick screen on a couple of occasions, but Alabama read that one out well, led by Ryan Anderson. I'll tell you, this volunteer coaching staff, as they look and see what they're up against, they don't have a lot of options. This Alabama defensive front just overwhelming the Tennessee offensive line.
Here's Marlon Lane in the Wildcat now on one side and Hurd the other. The snap goes to Hurd. He'll take it, go up the pipe, gets to the 23. No more. It'll be a 3rd down and a dozen upcoming. They had 2 men awaiting the potential snap, Hurd and Lane, and Hurd took it. You know, other than the band, this building is like a mortuary. It really is. I wonder if they have a funeral home sponsoring. I mean, it's unbelievable. Well, of course, it's unbelievable.
Welcome to the Crimson Crematory.
God, you're good. Here's a 3rd down and 13 for the Volunteers from their own 22. Straight drop, Joshua Dobbs, hidden throws, it's caught, it's out across midfield. Pig Howard, for the first time tonight, wakes up the fans here at Neyland Stadium with a big gainer, a pickup of 28, his 2nd longest reception of the year, out to the 49 of Alabama.
Well, give credit to Joshua Dobbs. The young sophomore hung in there, and he was actually hit as he was throwing that football. He was able to put it on the money to the Pig.
8:43 remaining in the half. Bama leads 27-0. Here now the give to Marlon Lane on a 1st and 10. Turns the corner right side. Down the sideline into the secondary. The chase is on. Xavier Dixon gets him from behind at the 3. Xavier Dixon chasing him down, showing remarkable speed, did the linebacker, after a 44-yard gainer for Tennessee. Now the Vols quickly back into the formation. 1st and goal, they'll say officially from the 5. Lane to the right of the quarterback to throw near side. It's low and bounces off the turf. It'll be quickly tied up as Pig Howard made the grab, and he was touched down instantly for a loss of a yard back to the 6.
That was that quick now pass, and Dobbs threw it straight into the ground. Pig had to go and try to scoop it up, but he was down without any contact. Of course, in the college game, you can't get up and run once your knee is down. So now Tennessee at 2nd and 6.
2 wides either way on a 2nd and goal from the 6. Heading to our left, Dobbs, the quarterback keeper, caught from behind by Alabama and put down. That's his Sean Robinson, who came around and put him away. A loss back to the 10-yard line. They've seen a lot of this for the Volunteers tonight. They'll get big plays, gain a yardage on penalty, what have you, and then progressively go backwards.
It's that whole 2 steps forward, 1 step back mentality of a very, very young team that's gone through a lot of growing pains.
Bama's defense, that's what they call the Tennessee waltz. There's history behind that, of course. Here now on a 3rd and goal. Dobbs throws near side. Nice spin off the corner and a catch by Josh Malone for a touchdown. He spun off the cornerback, Cyrus Jones, who both he and the receiver had their backs to the football, and then on a nice timing move, Malone turned around, the ball was there, and he caught it for the touchdown.
Yeah, that's that fade, back shoulder fade down the end zone. We asked Coach Saban about this a couple weeks ago on the postgame show, how to defend it. Cyrus Jones was in good position, but could not play through the football or through the hands of the receiver, and the Vols get on the board.
Aaron Medley to attempt the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Volunteers wake their fans up as Alabama leads 27-7. All right, now Cyrus Jones and Landon Collins are the deep men for Alabama. Getting set to field the kickoff. Aaron Medley has kicked 7 touchbacks this season. He'll take this one short, end over end. Taken by Alabama's Collins, 15. Slightly right, hurdles over a man, gets out to the 30-yard line before he volunteer special teams. So it looked a whole lot prettier than it sounded on the radio, but nicely done by Landon Collins.
Well, Landon doesn't get an opportunity to return many kickoffs, and
No.
that time he got his hands on it, and you could see the desire as he took that football up that far hash mark, and now Alabama put it in motion inside their own 30 at the 28.
And again, as we heard from Chris earlier, Christian Jones is available if needed, but they'd like to help him rest up another week and then have the off week to be ready to go full steam against LSU. 1st and 10, Bama from their own 28-yard line. 6:58 to go until halftime. Bama leads 27-7. Under his center, Sims. Straight drop, looks right, everybody's covered, looks left, finds an open man, but it's through the hands of DeAndrew White, incomplete at the 38-yard line, and it goes out of bounds. So it'll be a 2nd and 10 upcoming for Alabama.
Back to the Alabama Power Company scoreboard. Auburn has scored quickly. It's now 21-21 with Carolina. They've still got a ways to go before halftime.
They've got a, how about TCU, 82, Texas Tech, 27. Guess they must have pulled the goaltender or something. What a score that is, huh? 2nd down and 10 now. Alabama from their own 27. Sims throws near side. Cooper with the grab. He'll dance around a couple of men, get out to the 38-yard line. It'll be close to the first down, pending the spot. A.J. Johnson stopped him. It'll be short by inches. Well, more than inches now. They're going to not spot it until the 37. So it'll be a yard shy. It'll be 3 and 1. 3 downs and 1 yard to go. See what the Tide can do here.
Eli, they call that 3rd and 1 in football.
They do. Thank you. Everybody's a wise guy. Amari Cooper watching, waiting. Here now the give. Jalston Fowler gets the first down up the middle on that 3rd down and 1 play. Thank you very much.
Well, love to see Nudie get his hands on the football. He's always productive as both a runner and receiver. And I tell you, he's a key cog in this Lane Kiffin designed offense because he's a fullback, he's a tight end, he's an H. They station him out as a wide receiver, and he's a matchup problem because he's a capable receiver.
They also had Derrick Henry and Amari Cooper lined up in the backfield that last play. Bama breaks the huddle. O.J. Howard goes wide left. 2 wides to the right. In the backfield. Here comes across to the handoff is Amari Cooper. He'll try and turn the far corner, but he is going to be snowed under. The snap went to T.J. Yeldon, who then handed it off to Amari Cooper, trying for his 4th rushing play of the year. And though he had been averaging 7.7 on previous rushing yard plays, this one went nowhere except backwards. They had that one diagnosed with T.J. Yeldon running the Wildcat. So it'll be a 2nd down and 18 for the Tide from their own 31.
Yeah, I think we can leave that play in Knoxville for the return trip. Nothing doing there. Tennessee all over it. No misdirection at all there.
Sims back under his center, Ryan Kelly. Single set back and 3 wides to the right. Here now the give. Yeldon lost his footing as he tried to turn the corner and put the brakes on. Derek Barnett touches him down. Again, we've seen players lose their footing. That time it was T.J. Yeldon. And it's a 3rd down and 20. Bama 5 of 6 in 3rd down conversions. Looking at a long 3rd and 20. What's in your playbook for this one, Maestro? Let's see what they do. 3 wides right, including O.J. Howard. 1 to the left. Sims in the shotgun. Backpedals to the 20, to the 15. Center screen dropped by Yeldon, and he had running room. It was a center screen to T.J. Yeldon. He dropped it, and he had running room.
Well, I thought they might go screen there, and that's exactly what happened. T.J. Yeldon just got anxious, tried to run before he caught it. The old proverbial run before you catch it.
Yep.
And Bama will be forced to punt the long field, and J.K. Scott is going to pull out the driver here.
He had a 61-yarder earlier. Cameron Sutton bobbled the one, you remember, and it was kicked around and covered earlier, so he's not had the sure hands back there tonight either. Good snap and the booming punt. Sutton says fair catch. He'll make it at the 31-yard line, and that's where the Volunteers will start. 1st and 10. It'll be a 40-yard punt and no return. So with 3:53 remaining in the half, Alabama with a 27-7 lead. The Volunteers have the ball when we come back.
Eli, this is an important sequence of downs. Nick Saban was exhorting his defense, look, you've got to get off the field here with 3:53 left in the first half.
From their own 30.5-yard line, the snap coming to Joshua Dobbs in the shotgun. Fakes the inside handoff, keeps it, rolls right, throws over the head of an intended receiver at the 30-yard line. Pig Howard had steps on a double covering Alabama secondary, but the throw too strong and it was incomplete.
Well, that's that play that Auburn has mastered where everybody on the field makes it look like a run, and then the receiver slips behind the cornerback. And Dobbs had his man, but he missed him. Looking at 2nd and 10 now.
2 wides left and 1 to the right. Dobbs, bit of a high snap, hands off to Hurd, fakes the handoff rather, and keeps it himself. And that's what we were just talking about. So very deceptive. He gets out to the 38-yard line.
Well, that's the zone read. And Dobbs is a tall player, but he's slight of build. And I tell you, I don't know if it's that wise of a philosophy to have this young man run the ball time and time again, because he has already been stroked a couple times tonight.
3rd and a couple for the Volunteers. Here now, he fakes the give and keeps it himself. He'll go up the middle for a first down to the 45-yard line. Dalvin Tomlinson puts him down. Twice in a row now, he's faked it hard to Jalen Hurd and kept it himself to go up the pipe this time for the first down. It's really, though, been the only way they have moved the football
well, it really
on
is.
A consistent basis. Down to 3 minutes remaining in the half. Bama shuttling defenders in left and right. Fans complaining that the officials are holding the ball from play. Now with Bama finishing their substitutions, here's the snap. There's the give. Hurd. He'll go across the 45 to the 46. Ashawn Robinson right there to stop him as Hurd came right into his meaty arms. Nice stop by Ashawn Robinson, the sophomore from Fort Worth, Texas.
He's been very active tonight. He's definitely established a new line of scrimmage against this Tennessee front wall.
Malone, wide right, North, wide to the near side, looking towards North. Here's the throw. It holds up, and it is knocked away by Cyrus Jones, but a flag on the play. He and Marquez North going for the football that held up just a little bit, and then Cyrus came back to knock it down, and the flag is thrown. We'll hear from referee Matt Moore.
Well, Marquez North at 6'4", 221.
Defense number 5. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yeah, 6'4", 221 to 5'10", 194.
Well, I'm surprised in reality that last week and even tonight we haven't seen more of those types of throws, because that is a significant matchup problem for Bama. Cyrus Jones on one side. Tonight it's been Eddie Jackson on the other, but North and Pearson both stand over 6'3".
From the Bama 39, after the mark off, 1st and 10 Vols. Here's the give to Hurd, and Bama saw that coming. Ashawn Robinson stayed home, went down low and made the stop. It'll be no gain, 2nd down and 10 for Tennessee. 2 minutes to go in the half. Remember, the Volunteers have 3 timeouts remaining. Alabama has 2 of their 3. Jalen Hurd leaves. Marlon Lane comes in. 2 wides right, 1 to the left. Tight end in the slot right. Running back Lane. They fake it to him. The throw across the middle off the hands of the tight end, incomplete at the 27-yard line. They had the slant working to Ethan Wolf, and the ball goes off his hands, and it's incomplete.
That's the second time they've made that call where they have that hard inside fake and then a step back and a pop pass to the tight end. First time Alabama was able to dislodge it. That time, Dobbs just misfired too high.
Now with a 3rd and 11 from the 39 of Alabama. They got 2 wide right, the Vols do. Man in motion North from the near side. Makes it 3 wides to the right. Shotgun snap. Dobbs is there. Looks to his right. Throws in traffic. It's caught behind the shoulder again and complete at the 20-yard line. Jarek Williams thought he had the play defended beautifully, but it's caught by the Volunteers off that shoulder on a quick turnaround for a gain of 20.
Yeah, North motioned all the way across, went up the boundary, and he made the play on the football. Now Alabama trying to make a substitution here.
Substitution is done. Now there's motion at the line of scrimmage. Looked like Jacob Gillum might have jumped for Tennessee.
Prior to snap, false start, 53. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Even the referee can't read the numbers, as there is no 53.
There's another example where Tennessee's had a big play only to come up the next time with some sort of penalty or infraction to set them behind the chains once again.
Third penalty of the night for the Vols. Marlon Lane, the running back. 1st and 15 from the 25 of Bama. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. Lots of running room into the secondary. Finally spun around and put down inside the 15 at the 14 by Nick Perry and Reggie Ragland. Takes one step back, Dobbs does, and then shoots that gap right up the middle.
Yeah, that's a designed quarterback run all the way. He's got a lead blocker. And Bama's had trouble identifying that play tonight.
2nd and 5 from the tied 14. We're down to a minute 10 remaining until halftime. Vols would love another score before intermission. Here now the give to Hurd. He'll power his way to the 11. It'll be short of the first down. Inside a minute to go. Clock still running. Volunteers showing no inclination to take a timeout. That obviously would ruin the rhythm of their offense. But finally they say we've got to call one, and they do. You hear some of the fans booing. They thought they could have saved those 8 or 9 seconds there.
Tennessee, that's their first timeout of the half.
All right, it's a 3rd and 1 from the 11. They need the 10 for the first down. Needing 11 yards for the...
This is A.J. Johnson, the beast.
Yeah, A.J. Johnson, the defensive middle linebacker, running the offense. It's the beast formation, they call it. He'll take one step forward, gets snowed under, and put down. A.J. Johnson gets snowed under. Bama well prepared for that beast formation.
Tennessee.
12 career rushes for him. Last year he had 6 touchdowns. Rather, 2 years ago, he had 6 touchdowns running the beast. Now here's 4th and a yard.
They're going to let this clock
is
wind
down to
and
17 seconds.
I think they're going to end up trying to just take a field goal here.
Yeah, Aaron Medley, I'm sure, will come in. They're not even going to try for a touchdown. And listen to the crowd. Listen to the crowd. They've just let the last 18 seconds run down to the final 3, and they're not even going to try
timeout,
an offensive
Tennessee.
play.
That is their second timeout.
But, yeah, down 27-7, you would think that, hey, let's let our hair down a little bit and go for it on 4th and 1 because the clock would have stopped. They still would have had timeouts remaining, and they could have at least taken a shot into the end zone. But nevertheless, this is a very young team, and I don't think that this coaching staff has great trust in an offense that includes 5 true freshmen.
A 28-yard field goal try. He is 3 of 3, Aaron Medley is, from this distance. It's off the far hash mark, kicking it to our left as you listen. Kick on the way. It is up, and it is good, and we have come to halftime. So we have come to halftime on a 28-yard field goal by Aaron Medley. And the Alabama lead is 27-10 at intermission. Now, our friends from Golden Flake set to bring us our halftime interview. Chris Stewart standing by with Alabama head football coach Nick Saban as they get set to talk in the end zone down below and to our right. Chris?
Coach, we got off to a good start, but when they changed quarterbacks, what else changed in the ballgame at that point?
Well, we're just not doing a very good job of tackling and containing on defense. You know, and they're running a lot of quarterback counters and quarterback running plays when they're spread out. We're not fitting the gaps right. So we really need to do a lot better job on offense of keeping the ball. We're scoring points, but we don't keep the ball very long, and our defense got tired in the second quarter.
Thank you, Coach.
Alabama has Landon Collins across the way and Cyrus Jones to the near side, getting set to field the kickoff. Aaron Medley, the true freshman from Lewisburg, Tennessee, will boot this one away. Cyrus Jones from the 6. Angles to the right, 15. Cuts back on a stiff arm at the 20 and is put down at the 25-yard line. And that's where Alabama will be going to work. 1st and 10 to begin the second half of play. Alabama was on a pace, Phil, to roll up like 800 yards of offense tonight. Obviously, that's tailed off significantly, but still, it was quite a start to the evening.
Well, I think what Nick Saban would like to see here, he mentioned the length of the drives in terms of the time run off the clock, and Alabama only rushed for 69 yards in the first half. They need to do a better job in terms of gaining some yardage on the ground.
Alabama begins here with wides to the near side. DeAndrew White and the tight end, O.J. Howard. Now Sims wide open, finds DeAndrew, complete at the 40-yard line. First down as he rolls forward to the 42. So they'll spot it there as Sims had time, just looked and found an 18-yard completion to DeAndrew White.
Well, that was a nifty little play design. Yep. Blake Sims faked the ball one way and then threw it out the backside to DeAndrew White.
Now 2 wides either way. Snap again. Handoff Yeldon. Big hole into the linebackers. Back into the secondary. He's to the midfield stripe. He'll gain 9.5 on that run, bringing up the 2nd down and a half yard. Cam Robinson and Ari Kwanjo on the right side opened up the holes, but there is an injured player now. It is going to be Cam Robinson, the young Alabama left tackle, the true freshman from Monroe, Louisiana, who is rolling over now and trying to right himself at the midfield stripe. Austin Shepard looking over top of him, so is Ari Kwanjo.
I believe he got caught up from behind, Eli, which is always just the worst thing that can happen to these linemen that are facing forward with a running back.
Also to start the second half, Phil, Bradley Bozeman standing on the field right now. He's going to come in here. And we'll see whether
Leon Brown will be shifted from right guard to left tackle,
exactly.
And Ryan Kelly will move to the right guard spot.
Exactly, and Bradley Bozeman will take over snapping the football. But meanwhile, they help Cam Robinson to his feet. The big man at 6'6", 323 will now walk gingerly with his arms around the trainers, but he is putting weight on both legs. He's walking tentatively.
I believe it's going to be a right ankle, if I could speculate, in terms of just where he was reaching down and the way Jeff Allen was manipulating that right foot.
So Bradley Bozeman will snap it. Ryan Kelly will move over.
Actually, Bozeman's in right
guard now. Yeah, Bozeman's going to go at right guard, keeping Kelly there. So Bama moving everybody around to compensate, and they'll bring Leon Brown over to the left tackle spot. Here's Sims under center on a 2nd down and a half yard. The quick throw far side. DeAndrew White makes the grab but can't get around the defender, and he's put down for a loss of a yard by Justin Coleman. He made the grab and danced as he tried.
Well,
Coleman
Tennessee
would not let him go.
Had stacked the line, and Blake Sims opted to throw that quick now pass, or it wasn't a screen. It was just a quick hitter to the outside, and DeAndrew White could not make the defender miss and ends up losing 2 yards. This is actually a 3rd and 3 now facing the Tide.
Bama 5 of 7 in 3rd down conversions. Amari Cooper goes wide to the far side. Christian Jones is now in on the near side. Alabama's T.J. Yeldon gets the snap, lost his footing again, goes right, trying to get around the outside, slips down as he transitions from that new grass to the old grass, and Alabama's going to have to punt it away. 3rd or 4th time we've seen that happen tonight.
Yeah, Bama jumped into their version of the Wildcat with T.J. Yeldon. The timing of the motion with Christian Jones coming across was not what it was supposed to be. Really a busted play, and Alabama goes from 2nd and 1 to now 4th and 8.
J.K. Scott to punt. He's averaging 50.5 yards per punt through 3 kicks. Booms it as Cameron Sutton says fair catch, and he'll make the grab standing at his own 16-yard line. So Nice job flipping the field by J.K. Scott on the 41-yard punt, and there was no return. And now we have an injured Alabama player, Landon Collins.
Yeah, he cramped up as he was going off the field, Eli.
He is down, waving to the sideline to come help him. I was afraid he too had slipped right on that new grass. Again, the area from the near 27 all the way to the other goal line had trouble growing. They brought these sun lamps in, Chris, and we've seen a bunch of Bama guys go down today.
Yeah, Eli, we have, and they're still attending to the big lineman here, looking at his right foot for the Crimson Tide, Cam Robinson, with that shoe off, and they've grabbed some crutches for him, and he's taking the shoulder pads off right now.
Boy, I hate to hear that. Landon Collins walks off rather stiff-legged. His right leg is clearly giving him some problems. We'll update that in a moment as Tennessee goes to work now. Bama leads 27-10. We're early in the third quarter. Here's the quick throw near side. Catch is made on a 1st and 10 play. Marquez North gets out to the 23-yard line. Be a pickup of 7 on the play. Landon Collins going to the Alabama locker room. Although it is a very cool night, maybe he's cramping, as Phil said, and maybe to go and get some intravenous fluids. It'll be a 2nd and 3, Vols in their own 23. Here's the handoff, and Jalen Hurd gets to the 25. It'll be short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and about a yard upcoming as he gets stacked up by the middle of the Bama defense. Jaron Reed and others were there.
And with Landon Collins going to the locker room,
they're going to say it's a first down.
Geno Smith comes in at the safety position opposite of Nick Perry.
And now they're going to say first down, so they stop the play here while they move the chains, and Alabama will be given the opportunity to substitute. Everybody thought it was short by a bit, but clearly they take a look and move the chains. So 1st and 10, Volunteers from their own 26. And now the play clock winds down and timeout is being taken by Tennessee.
For Tennessee.
1st and 10, Vols from the 26. Quarterback keeper, and Bama read that. Jaron Reed saw that coming with help from Reggie Ragland. They clogged the middle, and that's a big-time play right there as we check in with Tom Roberts.
Well, South Carolina scored to tie it up at 28. Auburn came right back. It's the Tigers 35, South Carolina 28. They're midway the third quarter.
That's the Alabama Power scoreboard. On that last play, it was a loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Football for the Vols at their own 25. Here now the inside handoff. That was Jalen Hurd who gets to the 29 before he is put down by the Crimson Tide defense. Everybody taking their time unpiling there. 10:47 remaining in the third. Bama leading 27-10 after jumping out to a 27-0 lead. On a 3rd and 7, the Volunteers 6 of 11 in 3rd down conversions tonight. Shotgun, Joshua Dobbs, the quarterback. He'll roll left, being chased by Ragland. Gets towards the edge and throws. It is up, it is caught, and it is a completion for a first down to the Alabama 49 along the far sideline. Just doing a great job keeping his foot in bounds, and then out of bounds it goes across the way. Great job on the part of the quarterback.
That was Marquez North. He used all of that 6'4" frame to stay in bounds and take a 3rd down conversion there from Joshua Dobbs.
Now here's Hurd on a handoff on a 1st and 10 from the 48. He'll get a couple down to the 46-yard line. Jonathan Allen will stop him there as Marlon Lane now checks in, replacing Hurd. Pig Howard also enters the lineup for Tennessee. 2nd down and 7. Again, Lane is the running back now. Joshua Dobbs, the quarterback, talking to his tight end, Ethan Wolf. They've used him a couple of times on slants, but they haven't been successful. Here now, the fake give to Lane. Quarterback comes right, turns it on, but he can't get around the edge. Alabama's Jarek Williams does a great job spreading the field and throwing the quarterback out of bounds right there. Super effort on the part of Jarek Williams. They'll spot the ball at the 42. So it's still going to be a 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, that's that play fake with a run-pass option for Joshua Dobbs. He kept it. Alabama was able to track him down, now 3rd and 3.
Marlon Lane in motion. The quarterback fakes a throw to him and then comes across the middle. Finds Ethan Wolf, the tight end, for a completion at the 30, despite the fact that he had defenders and Geno Smith on his back. Geno at 6 foot 197, 6 inches shorter than the big tight end, Ethan Wolf.
And that's a design fake to the bubble pass on the outside and then throw a strike down the middle. Joshua Dobbs playing quite well right now.
Here now the handoff to the wide receiver, Von Pearson, coming across the formation. Turns it up and gets to the 30, a gain of 1.5 yards. Nick Perry saw that one coming and stayed with it nicely. Jonathan Allen now goes off the field to the far side, being substituted. He's also joined there by Ryan Anderson. 2nd down and 8, Volunteers. Football is at the 30. Bama leads 27-10, 8:21 to go in the 3rd. 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Man in motion, goes far side. Here now a look across the middle. Ball knocked away and nearly intercepted by Alabama. Cyrus Jones staying with Josh Malone that time, doing a super job as they had thrown Vic Wharton in motion to go around the far side, but nobody bit on that play.
They sent the motion man across and then up the boundary. That was their shot. Dobbs got off of it, tries to throw it into the teeth of this Alabama defense. Cyrus Jones, they're on the spot to knock that football away.
Here's the 11th play of the drive. Ball's 3rd and 9 here. They look. The quarterback is flushed. He's got some running room. Bama's going up to commit. He runs around Trey DePriest, gets the 1st down the left sideline, and steps out at the 14-yard line. Trey thought he was going to throw. He jumped up to try and block a pass that never came. While Trey was in midair, the quarterback juked around him and ran for the 1st down.
Yeah, that's one of the tenets of defensive football. Do not leave your feet. And Joshua Dobbs was able to get Trey DePriest in the air with the arm fake and ran right around him.
From the 14 of Alabama, Dobbs a quick throw near side, taken by Hurd. He'll come to the near side. Is ridden out of bounds inside the 5 at the 3 by Nick Perry. All of a sudden, the Volunteers with a gain of 11. And after Bama led 27-0, the Vols trying to go to their 16th and potentially 17th unanswered point if they can score.
I think with this drive, they've now outgained Alabama in terms of total yardage.
On a 1st and goal from the 3. Heading to our right out of the pistol formation. Wharton behind the quarterback. Here comes pressure and down he goes. Alabama's Geno Smith came in. That was a cross-up right there on the pistol formation. They had Vic Wharton waiting, and nobody moved, and the quarterback was a dead duck for Geno Smith. Play loses back to the 9. 2nd and goal from there for Tennessee.
Yeah, Bama had the pressure dialed up, and Joshua Dobbs went one way, the running back went the other, and he got crunched between 2 Bama defenders.
Now the snap from Matt Crowder into the shotgun. Quarterback steps up. Everybody's got him covered. It'll be no gain. He gets back to the 9. Dalvin Tomlinson, the first man there. Then Jaron Reed and others joined in. It'll be a 3rd and goal from the 9.
Well, nice job by Reggie Ragland and Eddie Jackson in coverage. He was trying to throw it to the short side of the field. Nothing doing there, and then the Bama defense was able to converge on Joshua Dobbs. Now 3rd and goal from the 10.
Landon Collins comes trotting back out of the Alabama locker room. The Vols 3 of 3 in 3rd down conversions on this drive. Here's a 3rd and goal from the 9. Man in motion from the near side to the far. 3 wides left. Quarterback rolls left, throws wide open far side. Catch is made. Touchdown, Von Pearson. He came in motion from the near side all the way across the formation. Bama's Cyrus Jones late in picking him up. A nice throw and the touchdown, 9 yards to Von Pearson.
Well, Nick Saban and Kirby Smart really upset with Maurice Smith, one of the defensive backs that was aligned against that bunch formation. that resulted from the motion across, and that's the thing with Dobbs. He can run to his left and throw with the right arm. He was able to find the receiver open, Vaughn Pearson, who punches it into the end zone, and now the Tide only going to be up 10 after this extra point.
And Medley makes it good. And now here in the third quarter, all of a sudden, the Tennessee Volunteers showing life as they did at the end of the first half. 5:52 remaining in the third. Bama's lead now is 10. It's Alabama 27, Tennessee 17. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports.
Yeah, and that's a significant loss for Alabama. Even for tonight's game, much less if you get into the rest of the season. But Cam Robinson is a key cog for this Alabama offense. Landon Collins out for most of that last drive. The best player on Alabama's defense. Cam Robinson, one of the best offensive players for Alabama.
Now the kick. Cyrus Jones beneath it at the 5. Makes the grab to the 10. Cuts to the near side. Breaks the tackle 15-20. Out to the 24-yard line. And that's where Alabama will start 1st and 10 on this possession upcoming. Bama jumped out to a 27-0 lead through the middle of the second quarter. That's how quickly the Tide was pouring it on.
Well, Eli, a lot of Alabama's schemed plays, in other words, plays that were designed this week for this game plan, have worked. But in terms of the meat and potatoes of the basic runs, the basic passes, Alabama's got to do a better job of executing those plays now that Tennessee is drawn within 10 points.
Amari Cooper, no receptions in this half after eating them up in the first. Bama 1st and 10. Sims under pressure. Gets away from one potential tackler. Looks downfield, throws a one-hopper to the left of the intended receiver, Cooper, at the 45-yard line. And that is incomplete. Chris, I was in triple coverage. He got away with one.
He did indeed, Eli. Not a surprise, though. We got a report, Cam Robinson, the left tackle, done for the night because of an ankle injury. Don't know the severity, but it's enough that we're told he will not come back in the game tonight.
Well, if there's good news is that Bama's off next week, so he'll have time, hopefully, to recover. Cam Sims and Ardarius Stewart wide right. 2nd and 10, Bama from their own 24. Here's Ardarius in motion. The toss far side. Yeldon trying to stretch the field, does. Turns the corner. Gets bumped out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 4. Ladero McNeil, the free safety, stayed with him, but still Yeldon able to turn the corner. Brings up a 3rd down. Bama 5 of 8 in 3rd downs today.
Well, this is as big a snap as we've had all night tonight. Bama facing 3rd and 4. Tennessee, the crowd back into this football game, would be a huge conversion here for the Tide.
3 wides to the left and Cooper wide right. 3rd and 4 for the Tide. Snapping it from the 30. Handoff up the middle. Yeldon absorbs a hit. Gets the 1st down to the 31-yard line. Nicely done. Bodies flying around. Ari Kwanjo just came flying through the air. No contact with anybody, but a lot of body work, but a nice run by Alabama.
Well, much like Tennessee has spread the field and allowed Joshua Dobbs, the quarterback, to run the ball down the middle of the field, Bama did the same thing with Austin Fowler set one way, receiver set the other, and it was T.J. Yeldon who pierced that Tennessee front 4.
Now Fowler leaves. Chris Black checks in as a wide out on the left side with DeAndrew White. Handoff, and Yeldon again goes down in that area of new grass. I don't know if his cleats aren't long enough or what the deal is, but that's the 3rd or 4th time he has slipped down in that area of new turf. Others don't seem to be having quite the problem. He is. It's 2nd and 10 now. Football is at the 34 of Alabama. The Tide leading 27-17. Sims fires right side. 8-yard pickup. And the play is down at the 43-yard line. Nice bullet pass to Amari Cooper. First reception in the second half for the Tide's standout wide receiver.
Well, when Blake Sims has a design bootleg where he can get the ball out of his hand, he's very effective or on one of these first reads. And that time he took the hitch to DeAndrew White, picked up 7 yards. Now Bama again in a 3rd down situation at 3rd and 3.
DeAndrew is wide right. Cooper and Black are to the near side. On a 3rd and 3, handoff, Yeldon up the middle. He's going to get the 1st down. The crowd yelling because they thought they had gotten to the quarterback, Sims, who they thought still had the football. They got to Sims, but he had long since given off the handoff to T.J. Yeldon who gets the first down.
That's Bama's version of the zone read. That time he gave it to T.J. Yeldon. That's back-to-back runs on third down for first down.
Two wides either way. O.J. Howard is in. Sims near side. Cooper nearly makes a one-hand grab at a 25-yard line, but it falls off his hand, incomplete, with Justin Coleman among those who had coverage on Amari Cooper. Boy, that would have been a dandy of a catch. That would have been Sports Center worthy.
Yeah, he reached up there with his left hand, and good ball location by Blake Sims. He tried to take that seam route of Amari Cooper up the near hash mark between the hashes and the numbers. A dangerous throw, but almost a spectacular catch.
2nd and 10. Derrick Henry in the lineup, gets the handoff, takes a stutter step move, goes up the middle for a yard. It'll be a 3rd down and 9. Jordan Williams stopped him. Takes Derrick Henry, as good as he is, takes him a while to get going.
Yeah, it really does take 2 or 3 strides for Derrick Henry, and if there's any kind of penetration at all, he's not able to get off the mark. And Bama again in this 3rd down situation, this time behind the sticks at 3rd and 8.
7 of 10 tonight in 3rd downs. That's 70% of efficiency. 2 wides to the left, including tight end Brian Vogler. 2 to the right side. Sims, straight drop. Everybody's covered. He rolls right. He has room. He's to the 50. He's to the 45. He sacrifices body and gets a first down to the 43-yard line. What a play by Sims as we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. What a play by Blake Sims, sacrificing his body to dive between 2 men.
As big a play as Bama's going to have all night. Blake Sims puts his shoulder down and runs through 2 Tennessee defenders, picks up the first down right at the mark.
10th play of the drive. 2 tight ends, Howard to the left, Vogler to the right. Wide outs, 1 each way. Here now the give. Derrick Henry goes right side. He's spun around as he gets to the 40. Just did get that play off. The play clock was down to 0. At least by my eyes, but they got the snap away. Play picks up 3. It'll be a 2nd down and 7 for Alabama. T.J. Yeldon is back in. Derrick Henry leaves.
And again, Leon Brown now at left tackle, Bradley Bozeman at right guard, and Ryan Kelly remains as the center for the Tide.
Yeldon, 14 carries, 56 yards on the night. Cooper wide right, DeAndrew White wide left. From the 40 of the ball, Sims swings it out near side. Grab is made. Yeldon on his feet to the 40, 39, 38, 37-yard line. As he carries the play with him, he'll still be a 3rd and a couple, maybe 3. Volunteers have 1 player slow in getting up. That was Derek Barnett, their defensive end, and he rejoins the play. And again, a 3rd down for Bama. 3rd and 4 officially from the Volunteer 37.
Yeah, I think this is 4-down territory here, depending, of course, what happens with this next snap. But at 3rd and 4, I think Bama's got 2 bites of the apple here in terms of picking up this yardage to keep the football and stay on the field.
Less than a minute to go in the 3rd. Bama by 10, 27-17. Play clock down. Snap. Sims. Nice BB throw. Amari Cooper makes the grab. First down, Alabama to the 28. And the Bama fans with that refrain of Coop punctuating the nighttime sounds here in Knoxville.
Well, Jalen Reeves-Maben, the will linebacker for Tennessee's got no shot of covering Amari Cooper, who was stationed in the slot, meaning he's inside of an outside receiver, and he went down, turned it around, and Blake Sims threw a strike there. That's 2 successful back-to-back 3rd down plays that were made by number 6.
Now Cam Sims, Ardarius Stewart, Chris Black, and O.J. Howard are in the formation. Bama hands it off. Derrick Henry, nice hole, right side 20, down the right sideline, 15, 10, 5. See ya! See ya! And you know who threw that block? Bradley Bozeman ran over a defender for Tennessee who was still down, ran the man over, pancaked him, and that opened the hole for Alabama's Derrick Henry to pick up the touchdown. And now timeout as the trainers attend to the injured Volunteer defender. That was nice.
Well, Eli, you absolutely nailed it. You've got to give DH27, the human locomotive, room to operate, and that time he was able to get off the spot. He rumbles for 28 yards, and now Alabama up 33-17.
Phew. Bama needed that, folks. You know it.
I tell you, the run caps it all off, but the third down successes by Blake Sims, primarily with his legs and then sheer will to run through two Tennessee defenders right at the sticks for that first down. It was a pivotal play. It's one that I starred on my notepad at the end of the game. It's one that we'll be talking about. That was critical, and Blake Sims came through in a big way.
Jordan Williams just now getting to his feet after being run over by the Bama blockers. The Tide was 4 of 4 in third down conversions, Phil, on that drive. Big-time plays when you needed them.
And those were not of the 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 variety.
No,
a couple of them were 3rd and 9s. There was a 3rd and 4 mixed in there as well, and Blake Sims was the trigger man that made it happen.
So the Crimson Tide doing a great job on that 13-play drive. The Bromberg's Rolex scoring drive, 13 plays, 76 yards in 5 minutes and 39 seconds. Extra point try now by Adam Griffith as the injured ball gets to the sideline. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Crimson Tide, with 13 seconds remaining in the third, have spread their lead. It is now Alabama 34, Tennessee 17. All right,
Eli, that was a response right there by the Alabama offense. That was something that the defense needed because they had just been on the field for 15 plays. And Bama avoided exiting their gridiron on 4 occasions, 4 for 4 on third downs. Blake Sims, the key figure there.
Malik Foreman is deep along the near side. Evan Berry across the way. And the kick by Adam Griffith. It's in the direction of Malik Foreman from 4 yards deep. He thought about coming out. He advanced it about 2 or 3 yards and elects to wisely take a knee. So the Volunteers will work with that touchback and start here, 1st and 10. 13 seconds to go in the quarter, Phil.
Landon Collins back on the field now. Of course, he was missing in action that entire last series of plays. It included 15 plays for 84 yards for the Vols, so he will help here. But give credit to the Vols. They did not roll over. They did not roll over and play dead like old Smokey does on occasion. But Alabama responded in a big way, and now up by 17 with just a few ticks left in this third quarter.
1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. In the pistol. Here's the give to Hurd. He'll try a stiff arm on Cyrus Jones. Can't turn the corner at all as he goes laterally. They'll give him possibly a half yard, no more. Dylan Lee ran him out of bounds, and that's what's going to wrap up the quarter right here. 2 seconds, 1, and the third quarter is now in the books here in Knoxville. So with 15 minutes to play, the Crimson Tide on top by a score of 34-17. The fourth quarter is next on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports. 66 yards. Tennessee's passing 15 of 23, 159 yards. So the total yardage, Bama 387, Tennessee 334. Bama's been penalized 4 times, the Vols 3 times. There's been 1 sack by the Tide. Third down conversions, Alabama 9 of 12, Tennessee 10 of 15. Bama with 7 points off turnovers. Time of possession, Alabama 19 minutes 41 seconds to 25-19 for Tennessee. And here we go. Vols with the football to start the fourth. Quarterback rolls right, throws high off the hands of Daniel Helm, the third string tight end, and nearly was intercepted by Dylan Lee, but he could not quite get to the football. It'll be a 2nd down and 10 for the Vols from their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, actually this will be 3rd down, Eli, because remember they got that one snap right before the end of the quarter.
Sure did.
So,
correct me there.
We're looking at a 3rd and 9 here, and the Tide with a great chance to get off the field with the 3 and out.
Joshua Dobbs lines up with Jalen Hurd to his right, 2 wides to the right and 1 to the left. Dobbs deploys Hurd. He'll lose his footing. The throw is up and off the mark, incomplete across the middle of the field. Von Pearson intended. That time Jalen Hurd lost his footing coming out of the backfield on that new area of grass in the middle of the stadium. And Bama's going to get the ball right here, basically, just 10 seconds into the fourth quarter. That's nice.
Yeah, very well played. Sequence of downs by this Bama defense kept Tennessee in that third and long situation. You can see when Dobbs is not on the move or able to play fake, he's not quite as effective as a pure drop back passer.
Matt Darr punting for the 5th time today, averaging 44 yards per. It's fairly short. Cyrus Jones says, I'll stay away from it, and it takes a Bama bounce after it hits and comes back upfield and goes out at the 40-yard line. So the Crimson Tide will start 1st and 10 from their own 40. Derrick Henry, the running back. 2 wides left, 1 to the right. 1st and 10 Bama from their own 40-yard line. Sims, play action, looks, waits, loads up, throws, and DeAndrew White could not get the tighter coverage on him, but he held on to the football at about the 44-yard line. Could not get any better coverage on him, and Blake just zipped that one through. And DeAndrew held on to the football at the 44. Nicely done.
Yeah, that was that deep over pattern with DeAndrew White working all the way across the field, and Blake Sims was able to put it on him. DeAndrew White hobbled off the field, though, and Chris will have to check on him.
Meanwhile, Alabama snapping it again from the 44 of the Volunteers. Sims under his center, Ryan Kelly. Goes left, hands it off. Derrick Henry, he'll wind his way through the D, get to the 40-yard line with a Volunteer player down on the field at the 48-yard line. They'll give Derrick Henry the 41, so it's a pickup of 4 on the play, but a Volunteer biggin is down and quickly surrounded by trainers as they come out to check on him. There have been a lot of guys going down today. Welcome back, everybody, as we continue from Knoxville. Eli Gold, Phil Savage, Tom Roberts, Chris Stewart, our engineer-producer Tom Stipe. Brian Roberts not with us tonight, but our spotter Butch Owens is. Danny O'Brien, the nose tackle, the injured player. Owen Williams will come in as his replacement. Bama with a 2nd and 7 facing them now from the Vol 41. Handoff Derrick Henry, goes laterally, very little there. And they close in on him as he turns it north and south. He gets to the 40, maybe a yard further to the 39. But it's still going to be a 3rd down and 5 for the Crimson Tide from this point. But the clock is on the move. 13 and a half remaining in the ball game. Bama leads 34-17. The Tide 9 of 12 in 3rd down conversions. Here's a 3rd and 5. 2 wides right, 2 wides left. Henry to the right of his quarterback in the shotgun. Sims, pressure, and he caught it right around and goes down. The lineman came right around Austin Shepard, and Austin could not have done anything. Kurt Majit came off the edge, and Blake is put down at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Kurt Majit, he's an outside linebacker by trade, but he will drop down to defensive end like an Xavier Dixon as a comparable example, and he was able to gain the edge on Austin Shepard, who, without a tight end next to him, was on his own on an island there for Alabama.
First sack of the night for Tennessee. Cameron Sutton back at his own 10. J.K. Scott to punt it. That is end over end. It'll come down at the 16, caught there by Cameron Sutton. And again, another team that's pinned inside their 20. That time a 29-yard punt and no return. So Alabama leads 34-17. The Volunteers going back to work 1st and 10. The Vols at South Carolina for their next game. Alabama, of course, off next weekend, and they had 2 Baton Rouge in 2 weeks. We'll be there. No game time yet. Vic Wharton split wide for the Vols. 1st and 10 from their own 16-yard line. Wharton comes in motion near side, handoff to Hurd. He'll go to the far perimeter. He'll turn the edge, and then Ryan Anderson shoves him out as he gets to the 20-yard line. Be a 4-yard pickup on the play. It'll be a 2nd down and 6 from their own 20.
Hurd is a deceptive runner. He stands 6'3", 227, but he's got some agility for somebody that has long legs like he does, and he's been productive tonight.
Number 3 freshman rusher in the Southeastern Conference. Was the freshman of the week after the win over Arkansas State. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Again, the fake give and the quarterback keeper. He'll go up the middle for a 1st down. That time they faked the give to Jalen Hurd. And Joshua Dobbs finally put away by Reggie Ragland and Nick Perry, but not before he gets the 1st down and they move the chain.
And Tennessee's got 2 tight ends on the field, so that helps with some of the protection in the throwing game, but then they also have those scheme-designed counter runs for the quarterback.
From the 26, Dobbs straight drop, looks left side into double coverage. It is over the shoulder of everybody and picked off by Cyrus Jones. Intercepted by Alabama's Cyrus Jones. It is going to be his 1st interception of the year. It's going to be the 5th of the season for the Crimson Tide. And from our friends at Wells Fargo, it is another $1,000 to the Children's Hospital of Alabama as part of the Picks for Kids program. Cyrus Jones pulling down interception number 5 of the year. And folks, if you'd like to be part of that program, go to the website, picksforkids.org, and you too can contribute for every Alabama interception. 2 turnovers tonight for Tennessee.
Well, Cyrus Jones went back to his old wide receiver days. That was an exceptional interception. He went back and caught it over the shoulder. And I tell you, if he hadn't caught it, Landon Collins was coming over the top from the free safety, and he had drawn a bead on the football as well. Put the Tigers up top. Hey, Eli.
Hey, Phil.
I got a proposition for you.
Oh, this will be
I've got
good.
this company in the Netherlands. They produce these
lights,
specialized sun lamps to grow grass.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I would say you've bought into a bad investment, if you ask me.
I tell you, the only player comfortable on this field is Pig Howard.
Yes.
He's the only player that has kept his feet tonight.
He's been rooting around in that all night long
sure
tonight. 11:49 to go in the game. Bama 34, Tennessee 17. The Tide starting 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Just to keep in mind, Bama has all of their timeouts should they come into a factor here. The Vols have 2 remaining. And there's motion on the left side of the Alabama offensive line. If it's on the Tide.
88 of the offense.
Yep.
5-yard penalty. Remains 1st down.
5th penalty of the night. This one on O.J. Howard. Now Jalston Fowler leaves. Chris Black checks into the lineup. Clock with 11:49 remaining until it's done. Some of the upper level seats beginning to thin out just a bit. Folks who have lengthier drives to get back home beginning to head to the exits. Shotgun snap. It's dropped by Sims as he handed it off to Derrick Henry, and neither man had control of the ball. Tennessee covers it up. It was Corey Vereen who covers the football. Derrick Henry never got it. Sims never had it, and Corey Vereen was there to cover it up.
Well, that was a complete miscommunication between Blake Sims and Derrick Henry, not from the verbal sense, but from the physical sense of knowing when to put that ball in the gut and put a grip on it. Alabama, that's their 1st turnover since the Arkansas game, of course, played completely clean against A&M last weekend, and tonight just had the bugaboo, and with the Tide up 34-17, it pumps some life back into these Big Orange players.
First fumble recovery of the year for Corey Vereen. Marlon Lane is the running back now. Man in motion, gets the handoff following Marlon Lane. Running room for Von Pearson. He'll angle to the far side. Get out of bounds at the 18-yard line with Reggie Ragland taking away running room from him there.
Well, Bama had a chance there to run some clock and really put the salt on this one. Put it away and unfortunately turned it over, and now Tennessee knocking on the door in the red zone.
2nd down and 6 from the 20 of Alabama. Man in motion, inside keeper by the quarterback, finding running room. He's down to the 10-yard line. That takes that zone read we've talked about. Goes from the 19 down to the 10. Quickly brings his teammates back to the line of scrimmage. Vols in there all orange tonight. Orange tops, orange pants. Bama in all white trimmed with crimson. Dobbs talking to his line. Drops back into the shotgun with Marlon Lane to his left. Von Pearson in motion. Here's the give to Lane. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage going to his right, and he is tackled and covered up at the 10-yard line. Ashawn Robinson and Xavier Dixon were there.
Now this ball was spotted right at the 11, so they can pick up a first down here inside the 1, but looking at a 2nd and 9 here from the 10.
Joshua Dobbs drops back. He's got Pig Howard in the formation on the left side, along with Josh Malone. Nobody wide on the right. Quarterback rolls left, looks towards the end zone, throws, and it's caught at the 6-yard line by a diving Marquez North. Nicely done by Marquez North. It brings up a 3rd down and 5. And as we mentioned, the Vols can get a first down without a touchdown. They are 10 of 16 in 3rd down conversions tonight. Clearly, this is 4-down territory. Down 34-17, middle of the 4th quarter. Dobbs, shotgun. Deploys everybody. Looks left, throws left off the hands of a wide open receiver at the goal line, incomplete. Marquez North had it with not a Bama defender in the neighborhood, and he just dropped the football.
Yeah, Cyrus Jones had turned loose of the coverage down inside the 10-yard line, and that was a complete misfire by Joshua Dobbs. He throws it off the back hip, and here's Butch Jones is going to go ahead and take the field goal, try to draw within 2 scores at 34-20 if Aaron Medley can knock this one through.
He hit a 27-yarder earlier. This will be a 29-yard try. Kick is on the way. Excuse me, a 24-yard try, and it is up, and it is good.
Kind of let the season get away from them. They're playing well tonight, apparently, at least offensively, against Auburn. But that eastern side of the Southeastern Conference is there for the taking. Mizzou won it last year, and I think you're right, Eli. I think we're going to see better days ahead for Tennessee in the next couple of years.
Cyrus Jones, Landon Collins, they are deep. They'll kick it away. Here's Cyrus from the 1 to the 10. He'll skip and hop a couple of times, gets out across the 20 and is put down right there. So Alabama going to work 1st and 10. Of course, the key right here, as you said before, Phil, just run some plays. Alabama's had some lengthy drives tonight, 5.5, 6 minutes. Do that here with 9:37 remaining and pretty well take all the air out of this one.
Yep, secure the football and knock out a couple of first downs at least here. Would take this clock somewhere down that around that 5-6 minute mark. But nevertheless, Alabama's got to take care of the football here first and foremost.
Derrick Henry at running back. He's run for 52 yards tonight. About a handful more is where you'll find T.J. Yeldon's numbers. Wideouts either way. Sims under center, fakes the toss to Henry, rolls right and throws. Cooper across the middle, complete and out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Nicely done, and that'll take the crowd out of that just a bit. And that is going to be now the single greatest pass-catching performance in a single game by the Alabama Crimson Tide in history. The former record, Julio Jones, 221 yards here against Tennessee in 2010. And tonight, that is 223 and counting for Amari Cooper. Another record for the man from Miami. Now Bama 1st and 10 from the 35, their own. Backs are in the eye. Fowler leads the running game there. Derrick Henry follows him over left tackle. Gets to the 40. Owen Williams stops him as we check in with our Cook's Pest Control sideline reporter, Chris Stewart.
Eli, it's never a bad move with 27. Derrick Henry's awfully good, but normally you'd see a steady diet of both he and number 4, T.J. Yeldon. T.J.'s battling a little bit of a foot issue tonight. That has hampered him and limited him here in the second half.
Now the Crimson Tide back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 6 on their own 39. Using every tick of that play clock. 3 of them remain. 2. Now 1 tick remains as they snap it. Handoff, Derrick Henry stumbles a bit and gets back to the line of scrimmage going left before he turns it upfield. Kurt Magid will touch him down. 8 minutes to go in the game. Alabama leading 34-20. The Tide has won the last 7 in a row in this series. in what, as we said when we first signed on, has been a series of streaks. Bama trying to extend the current one here tonight. Play clock at 13. The Tide taking their time. 3rd and 5 from the 40. Snap to Sims. Pressure off his left flank. He'll run right. Turns the Jets on 40, 45, out of bounds. First down at the 47-yard line. We say it time and time again. That's the element that he brings that we didn't see from John Parker Wilson. We didn't see from McElroy. We didn't see from A.J. McCarron. You cannot duplicate that. There's a volunteer player down now. It is Owen Williams, a nose tackle. The second of their nose tackles to be injured tonight. But that's what Blake Sims brings to the table among many other items.
Well, I noticed tonight the pregame warm-up that Blake Sims is wearing some shiny silver cleats, and he has made some magic with those silver slippers tonight. He has absolutely moved the chains a couple times, and right there, that's a play that cannot be defended.
Yeah.
Right there, because everyone is accounted for with the exception of the quarterback, and Blake Sims was able to turn the corner and pick up an all-important first down here.
Here we go. After the volunteer injured player moves off, Bama comes back to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 from their own 48. 3 wides left. 7:25 to go in the game. Bama leads 34-20, and the Tide is trying to bleed the clock. Play clock has 30 seconds remaining. Fans filing out towards the exits to get the early start on traffic. Fans yelling and screaming, but the play clock still has 17 seconds to go, and Bama's in absolutely no rush. We're under 7 minutes to play now. Sims still under center. Play clock at 8, 7, 6. Here comes the snap. Handoff Derrick Henry, bouncing off Austin Shepard, and he is smothered by the Volunteers. There'll be no gain. Well, now they're going to say he carried the pile and was pushed forward to the 49 of Tennessee. Thought they had blown the play dead earlier, that they'll give him a couple of yards. Jalen Reeves-Maben losing his helmet there, so he has to leave. They'll substitute for him. And now they haven't even started the play clock yet.
There was absolutely nothing there, and that run ended up picking up 4 yards.
Now they wind the play clock. And the fans upset again that they just now wound it. 33 seconds on the clock, and Blake Sims is standing behind his offensive line, hands on hips, looking to the sideline.
And of course, as Blake looks to the sideline, we get a little show of Lane Kiffin, and the crowd will certainly respond to that as he gives signals to his quarterback.
Play clock at 12. They finally signal the play in. Sims calls the signals, gets the snap. Blake looks, Beebe across the middle, incomplete at the 30, but there's penalties there as DeAndrew White was draped upon by 2 defenders. Justin Coleman was one of those, and he seemed to get there a little bit early, and the flag came flying, as we'll hear from referee Matt Moore.
Pass interference, defense number 37. Ball be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Brian Randolph guilty of that indiscretion.
Yeah, that's a good call. I mean, we've seen so many ticky-tack fouls, not only in the college ranks, but certainly way more in the NFL this year. But that was legit pass interference there.
Now with 5:56 to go in the game. Play clock at 16 as Blake Sims wanders under his center. Ryan Kelly calls out the blocking assignments. Sims gets the snap, handoff Derrick Henry up the middle. He'll break the 35 and get to the 33-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be a 2nd down and 3. And at this point, scoring is fine, but running the clock even more important.
Well, this is what Dr. Saban ordered moments ago in terms of wanting to knock off a few first downs, run this clock, certainly get it down to below 5 minutes, and the offense is going to accomplish that on this particular drive.
Already over 4 minutes on this drive. 13 carries, 68 yards, Derrick Henry. Here's a 2nd and 3 from the Vol 33. Play clock at 5. 5:10 remaining in the game. Bama may have to lose it here. Yeah, timeout taken by Nick Saban. Said you guys took too much time that time.
Alabama's first time out of the half.
Play clock was down to nothing. And we're going to break away here at this timeout with 5:08 to go. 3 for Alabama as we return. Blake Sims fakes the inside handoff, turns on the Jets, rolls left, gets the first down, steps out of bounds at the 29-yard line. Just turned on the afterburners, left Todd Kelly Jr. in his wake. And now Alabama will be able to just keep marching this clock onward with 5 minutes to go in the ball game.
Well, again, the acceleration of Blake Sims. You know, he's not at full speed when he comes out of that bootleg action, but then when he goes to make his move, he's at top speed within a couple of steps.
6 carries, 39 yards tonight. Now 1st and 10, Bama from the Vol 29. Derrick Henry, nothing up the middle, kicks it outside, rolls forward for 4, down to the 25-yard line. And now timeout being signaled. A Vol player slow in getting up, lost his helmet in the process. 71 yards for Derrick Henry, 14 carries for 71 yards.
Well, he broke off that big 28-yard run for a touchdown. He'd love to do it again. And Bama right at that same spot of the field, 26 yards away from pay dirt.
The Vols trainers come out to tend to Ladaro McNeil, the free safety, who could not make it off to the near sideline under his own power. They come out and help him, and they do get him to the sideline. They wind the clock now from 40 seconds on the play clock. 4:27 remaining in the ball game. Bama's on top 34-20. No rush. Sims just standing there behind his center, Ryan Kelly. Still 18 on the play clock. Now he gets the signal from the offensive coordinator, Lane Kiffin. Sims under center. The give, Derrick Henry goes left, breaks a couple of tackles, lunges forward to the 22. It'll be a 3rd down and 3 upcoming. But all the while, the clock continues to march on. Bama 10 of 14 in 3rd down conversions. Looking at another one here.
And that is an impressive number considering the fact that Tennessee came in here only allowing 3rd down conversions at a 28% rate. That's been the difference in this football game in terms of once Tennessee sort of got back into it at 27-17.
This drive now better than 6 minutes for Alabama. Here's the handoff again. Derrick Henry, 1st down up the middle. He gets to the 17-yard line, absorbing a couple of hits as he went. But a nice 1st down lumber for Derrick Henry. And that's going to keep the clock running. And Alabama has obviously got this game well in hand. But boy, they've done a great job in milking the clock here down the stretch.
And this was the plan, of course, for the prior drive where they had the mishap with the fumbled exchange between Blake Sims and Derrick Henry, but both have responded from that miscue and performed flawlessly here as Bama now inside the red zone.
From the 17, 1st and 10. Bama leading big, 2:42 to go in the game. Derrick Henry, but there's a whistle. Bama didn't get the play off in time. Delay of game. And Nick Saban just irate at Blake Sims. Comes out onto the field.
1st down.
Has his headset with him, trailing at the full distance of its cord. 6 penalties for 50 yards tonight. And a lot of them have been those kind of plays. Or what have you, having to use timeouts to stave off delays. Meanwhile, LSU has knocked off Ole Miss at Tiger Stadium. Tom Roberts, what are the final numbers?
10-7 the final.
And now whistles and timeout is being taken by Tennessee as Alabama was taking their time trying to snap the football, and the Volunteers call time.
That is their 2nd time out of the half. Will be a 30-second timeout.
Thumb has more on the Alabama Power scoreboard.
Bo Wallace apparently tried a pass on the final play of the game. LSU intercepted. They could have, as I understand it, could have been in a position to kick a field goal to tie it, but he threw an interception, and Ole Miss has lost its first of the season, 10-7 to LSU. Amazing.
Well, the SEC, cannibalizing itself. That's because
the old noose got tighter and tighter.
Yeah, it did. Man, oh man, that's something. Well, we'll see what happens. Bama goes to LSU. Of course, then the Tide has Mississippi State at home. Then Western Carolina before Auburn comes in.
Well, for Bama fans, that's a significant domino to fall, though. With Ole Miss going down, of course, Bama does not control their own destiny as it pertains to the Rebels.
And Auburn has won. They beat South Carolina 42-35. That is now a final. Auburn winning 42-35 on the Alabama Power scoreboard. All right, first down and 15, Alabama from the ball 22. Here's the give. Jalston Fowler up the middle, turns on the jet to the 10, to the 5, runs over another man, and he lost the ball at the 1-yard line. Was he down, or did the ball pop loose and it was covered by the Vols? Let's see. It is Tennessee ball. Jalston Fowler had it ripped loose at the 1.
He was headed to the checkered end zone and saw pay dirt, and it got ripped away from him. Clearly a fumble by Jalston Fowler, and Nick Saban really disappointed that Bama couldn't finish that drive there. Nudie doesn't get that many opportunities to carry it, and he had a chance for pay dirt, got 1 yard away and comes up short.
Well, it's too bad. It was the first rush of the year for Jalston Fowler. And Cameron Sutton came through and helped nudge the football loose. So the Vols will start from their own 1 with 2:29 to go. Quarterback in the end zone throws. Catch is made. Hard hit by Alabama at the 3. Good defense coming up by Landon Collins as the grab was made by Vaughn Pearson that time.
Well, that was 2 consecutive drives for the Tide that resulted in turnovers. That's just so uncharacteristic. These running backs turn the ball over like once out of every 155 carries. And Bama drops it on 2 occasions here in back-to-back drives.
2 minutes to go. The Tide by 14. The throw is an out route caught at the 20-yard line by Pig Howard. Alton Pig Howard. The man who comes up with that reception stops the clock as they move the chains. 1:52 to go. From the 20, the snap. Quick throw left side. Catch Marquez North. He'll reverse direction after cutting towards the middle and coming outside to the 30. That's a first down for the Tennessee Volunteers in 1:46 to go.
I'll tell you, I think you'll see Marquez North have more production the second half of the season now that Joshua Dobbs appears to be the quarterback for the Vols, and he's a handful at 6'4", 221 pounds.
Now Dobbs comes to the line of scrimmage. Audibles right there. 2 wides to the right, 2 to the left. Straight drop Dobbs, flushed from the pocket. Jaron Reed runs with him. A throw across the middle, caught and complete despite 2 big hits. Out of the backfield, Jalen Hurd making that nice reception out to the 35-yard line. It'll be a second down and 4 upcoming. Clock down to 1:26 to go. Vols working, Joshua Dobbs. Bama leads comfortably. Dobbs chased from the pocket. He is getting away from Petway and throws it away. He was chased by Dalvin Tomlinson. And then Petway came along, and then he finally just threw it out of bounds.
Rashawn Evans was part of that rush package as well. Fresh legs here in the latter stages of the fourth quarter.
Time now for the Red Zone update, brought to you by Red Baron's Pizza. As of this moment, Bama has 1 score in 2 trips. Tennessee 4 scores in 4 trips. That's as of this very moment. Quick throw near side. A bullet catch is at the 40-yard line. Grab is made there by the Volunteers. That was Vic Wharton, the wide receiver. The Red Zone Update brought to you by Red Baron. You can visit tailgate at yourplace.com for great game day ideas and a chance to win $150,000 from Red Baron. Now a throw to the near side on a 1st and 10 from the 40, high and well off the mark by Joshua Dobbs. It sails onto his team bench, incomplete. It'll be a 2nd down and 10 upcoming as we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Inside a minute to go, Bama leading 34-20. They'll expand this lead in the streak to 8 in a row as the quarterback keeps it, runs up the middle, gets a yard before Jonathan Allen puts him down at the 41. And timeout.
Timeout, Tennessee. That is their last timeout of the half. Be a 30-second timeout.
They'll take their final timeout. Alabama will improve to 7-1. The Volunteers will drop to 3-5, and they will remain winless in the Southeastern Conference.
Well, it is hard to believe that we are through 8 games already.
Remarkable.
With the Tide at 7-1 and a significant loss today tonight for Ole Miss.
The older you get, the quicker the years go.
And of course, Mississippi State was pushed some today by the Kentucky Wildcats, and they've got a trip to Tuscaloosa and Oxford awaiting them down the stretch.
It's going to be very interesting. Tim Brando was saying this week, not that he is the end-all and be-all, he says he doesn't see anybody from the SEC getting into the Final Four because we're all going to cannibalize each other. I don't know if I share
He needs listeners, but I would be willing to bet that the SEC champion will be in this Final Four, regardless if it's a 1-loss or a 2-loss team.
Straight drop for Dobbs. He's chasing the pocket. He's in trouble. He is going down out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It'll be another sack for the Crimson Tide, their 2nd of the evening. Bama had a host of players in on that one.
Yeah, that was Deshaun Hand. He's a true freshman himself, and he's gotten in on the act here in the late stages of this game as Bama has brought in Ryan Anderson, Deshaun Hand, of course, DJ Petway, Xavier Dixon also.
4th and 18. Throwing long, Dobbs down the near side off the fingertips of the intended receiver at the 30-yard line, and it will be incomplete. So the Tennessee Volunteers will turn it over on downs, and Alabama is going to win this ball game by a final of 34-20. The Crimson Tide now winning 8 straight in this streak. Again, Alabama improves to 7-1. The Volunteers drop to 3-5 on the season.
And the higher-ranked team in this series since 1939, I thought this was an interesting note, will now be 51-9-2. So there have not been a lot of upsets in this series over the years.
16 seconds to go. Bama taking the victory formation. Sims gets the snap, takes a knee, and that is going to do it. As Alabama wins the football game 34-20. The coaches head to midfield. They tap each other on the shoulder, exchanging some handshakes, and the Crimson Tide jumped out early to a 27-0 lead, then kind of cruised it the rest of the way, winning 34-20. Immediate thoughts, Phil?
Yeah, just a blitzkrieg to start this game out with Alabama jumping in front 20-0, and they really never looked back. The Vols did not give up, put up a valiant fight, but at the end of the day, Alabama just too big, too fast, too strong, too physical, all the way around the better football team.
So the Crimson Tide winning it tonight, 34-20. The Regions Bank 5th quarter show coming up. So too the Hyundai Locker Room Report. Lots to talk about. Stay tuned as we continue from Knoxville, Bama wins as we bid you good night from Neyland Stadium.